WWE 2K24's news continues to trickle out via various sources over the internet. The game is going to be incredible, and if you want a chance of winning a free copy of it, why not join the WrestleMania subscriber giveaway? All you have to do is click subscribe. I'll give you 3 seconds to do it. 3, 2, 1. Now that you're all subscribed, you're in with a chance of winning a free copy of the game. But let's continue with the WWE 2K24 news that we're going to talk to you about today. So, this year, we know we're going to get updated universe modes. We're going to get updated My GM modes. We're going to get various different matches. But I think we are going to really see the improvements in quality of life improvements. These are the smaller improvements that might normally be overseen when a brand new game comes out. But the WWE 2K24 feature improvements aren't just limited to these brand new match types. It's going to delve deeper into the nitty-gritty gameplay, like the inclusion of super finishes. Now, this is going to work by storing up 3 finishers and then utilizing this super finisher, which is going to be nigh on impossible to kick out of. I'm going to guess it's going to be on a ratio based, and potentially it might only be 5% of superstars that can kick out of it. This also will make it impossible for you to use your resiliency, because that isn't going to help you kick out of a super finisher. It's just a small little gameplay improvement which is going to add these types of improvements that we really love to see in the game. We're going to see mini games when it comes to trading blows, so potentially at the start of a Royal Rumble, 2 superstars come together and a little mini game ensues as to who gets the upper hand in that little bout. We're going to have top rope, where you can dive onto a group of opponents outside of the ring. Think Ricochet, think Logan Paul, think of all of the high flyers like Rey Mysterio. Instead of just picking out one superstar when you jump off the ropes or off the turnbuckle and you kind of dodge everyone else, or it just connects you to one superstar, you're now going to be able to knock over various superstars. How that looks, we haven't seen any gameplay of it. Hopefully it won't look too janky. Hopefully they've worked it in a way where the physicals match how it should be. Whether you clip someone, maybe they wobble instead of knocking them fully over. Again, until we see some actual gameplay of this jumping off the top rope onto groups of people, we're only going to have to speculate what it is going to be like. We know we're going to be getting brand new paybacks, and we know we're going to be getting brand new OMG moments, the oh my god moments where you knock through the barricade or the ring implodes, and various more littler, smaller updates which are going to make the game a lot more fun and add a lot more depth to it. We know that backstage, now we're not just going to have 1v1 matches. We're not just going to have 2 superstars going at it. We're going to be able to have a plethora of superstars backstage. And I want to thank my boy, What's the Status, because he created a mod whereby you could go backstage with up to 8 superstars. It was great fun. It created a lot of realism. If you wanted to create a Raw v SmackDown kind of entity within your universe mode, you could have 4 SmackDown superstars invading Raw, or Raw invading SmackDown, and just have a real slobber knocker backstage with 8 superstars punching the snot out of each other. We know that assignable slots for signatures and finishes have been expanded from 2 to 5. Plus, as I said earlier, if you stock the 3 finishes during the match, you'll be able to use that all-important super finisher, which is pretty much going to make it impossible to kick out of. We know we're going to get incredibly realistic graphics and improved animations, with over 90% of facial expressions being updated. That means that we're going to have the most lifelike WWE superstars in this year's edition of the game. We've already seen updates to Roman Reigns, to Rhea Ripley, to Bianca Belair, and we've seen a new screenshot of Solo Sikoa as well, which was released by the WWE 2K Games Twitter account, or X account now if you're buying into Elon Musk's new rebranded Twitter. But that's not for this channel to divulge. Hashtag Twitter. But anyway, it's going to create this more realistic, lifelike WWE experience. Sometimes we've had janky superstars historically. I will include Roman Reigns in that in WWE 2K24, and perhaps maybe even Seth Rollins. But now we really should have the most lifelike WWE roster that there is to explore. And talking about the roster, it is going to be the biggest roster in a 2K game. So with all the brand new upcoming NXT talent, which I'm sure are going to be squeezed into the game, and of course all of the legends that we have previously had, it's going to be the most lifelike, life-changing game that we have in a WWE 2K experience. It's going to be just particularly visually impressive. We've got new weapon types coming as well. These will include trash cans, guitars, microphones, plus the ability to throw certain weapons, which is going to allow players to bring so much more pain to a bout, especially in a no-holds-barred or a hardcore, or just maybe if your superstar's been sneaky, crawled under the ring and picked out maybe a microphone to throw at his opponent. And what we see here is them really creating a combustible environment. I'm hoping that we'll find a lot of these weapons backstage as well, so these backstage brawls are going to be more chaotic. We're going to be able to bring more chaos to these backstage shenanigans. But they've said you can throw a lot of the weapons bar one. Now I'm going to guess potentially we're not going to be able to throw a ladder just because it might be too glitchy, too buggy, but throwing a trash can would be good fun. Chucking a guitar at someone and potentially a microphone. Imagine having Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins just throwing microphones at each other in the ring. But you're also going to have the ability to catch said weapon as well. So again, a small quality of life improvement, which is really going to expand and almost overhaul our experience within WWE 2K24. I cannot wait to see all of these brand new elements put into the game. One of the other things we're going to have, and this is massive for me because I get bored of seeing the game from the same camera angle and maybe a few cutaways to finishes and signature moves, or maybe the oh my god moments, but we're going to be able to transition the camera to a ramp facing camera as well, and we can do this at our own will. So we could set a one match from the standard side on view where we get to see the WWE Universe in the background, and hopefully the animated ad boards now on SmackDown and Raw. That will be included into this game as well. More up to date, like I say, smaller improvement. But we're going to be able to have that ramp facing camera. So for me, in a Royal Rumble, it would be beautiful to see. I don't know what word I was going to say then. It will be beautiful to see the superstars running down the ramp and then entering into the Rumble. I do like that facet of the game as well. It would be nice if you could transition the camera potentially when there's a run-in during a rivalry. Roman Reigns v Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens runs in because he's also feuding with Roman Reigns. The camera pans to that ramp facing camera and you see Kevin Owens running down to interrupt said match. It's just all of these smaller elements which I know are really going to keep the WWE 2K fan glued to the next game. All of these are going to be able to be used in the new universe. Well, I say the new universe mode into universe mode, which is going to have, they have stated, a lot more rivalry action. So hopefully we'll see a lot more cutscenes. Hopefully we'll see a lot more backstage. Hopefully we'll see a lot more tag teams breaking up, a lot more tag teams forming. It would be nice to actually see when there is a WWE champion in town and is included in the rivalry, having them in that rivalry holding the relevant belt, because we've had the WWE Championship, which is like the generic standard title, but not everybody that's involved in a rivalry has that WWE Championship. They will have the United States Championship. So to have championship specific rivalries, which includes the championship in those cutscenes, again makes it a lot more immersive. But again, a lot of these cutscenes haven't been spoken about and haven't been released. So again, within universe mode, it's not the overhaul that I would have liked, and you guys let me know down below if you are a massive universe mode fan. but it's a nice little welcome addition. We're also going to get support for the special guest referee matches, double title matches, and a loser leaves town stipulation, which is basically if you lose the bout that you're involved in, you have to leave the brand that you're on. Normally, superstars suddenly appear on the alternative brand, SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown. You see what I'm doing here. But also, in addition to that, we have the Creation Suite, which means we're going to have added bits to this as well. The Creation Suite is going to have a robust return, and it's going to have so much new stuff crammed in it. We're going to get support for Create a Referee. We're going to have Create a Sign, which means we can accompany our brand new superstar that we have created with his own sign that people can hold up, cheer, use. It'd be awesome if you could get the signs and use that as a weapon as well. Snatch it out of the hands of a WWE Universe fan. I swear you used to be able to do that. You used to be able to take like their cups and stuff like that. Let me know which game that was in, because that was really, really good fun. Now, one of the things in Creation Suite which I hated was when the game bugged out or froze and you lost hours worth of work creating your new superstar. There's a new quick save button as well, which will now allow you to quickly save your progress while in the middle of creating or editing a character. So changing a superstar's attire, you're now going to be able to save this along the way, instead of it bugging out and you having to start all over again, reinvesting even more hours into creating a new superstar or a brand new superstar attire. One of the things that the 2K devs are yet to announce is the fact that we hopefully will be getting more Creation Suite slots. Now, I know hundreds of us love to edit the game because it is just the pinnacle of creating WWE in our own image, so to speak. But there's only a max number of logos that players can download. The game has a limit of 100 downloaded characters. This limit has been a problem for years. Something that fans have been begging for every single year is the number of downloadable characters to be expanded. Right now, players can only download 100 superstars, and this has been a problem for like forever. The other problem from earlier in the number of logos players can download: every small detail on a superstar, arena, championship sign, and possibly now a referee, as announced by 2K24, it gives you a finite amount to really play and have fun with. This small limit is shared amongst everything, causing players to have to choose between keeping a certain wrestler, not using a custom arena anymore, and so on. The people spending countless hours adding new content to the game at no cost are severely hindered by those limitations that have been imposed since WWE was on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. We want more freedom in My Rise as well. Give more branching options if players lose matches, additional voices for your custom superstar, not always focusing on capturing the same title. Have it as a real open world where you can walk around an arena, talk to Seth Rollins, the champion, and maybe try and challenge him for a title. He might laugh in your face, and then you might have to go and face, I don't know, Kevin Owens, the United States champion. All things like that are certainly small improvements that the game specifically needs. One of the other things is improve the logo mapping. I don't know if you guys have ever had problems trying to assign downloadable tattoos to a custom superstar. When you start moving them around parts of the body, they get all janky, they start to fuzz out. It's been a problem a long time. They'll blur if they get stretched too wide, and placing them in certain spots will also blur them. Especially when you're trying to create a real-life superstar that's not in the game, perhaps maybe an AEW superstar, trying to add their tattoos for them to bug out and not work really ruins the creation that you are trying to make. So having that, the logo mapping improved, would be so much better. But this game, I think, really is going to improve all of the images and all of the graphics. We spoke about in our last video. You want to go and check that out because we talk more about the giveaway that we're running here on the channel. And if you haven't heard, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, because you will be in with a chance of winning a free copy of WWE 2K24. So let's do a countdown for you to quickly press the subscribe button. 3, 2, 1. And you guys are all subscribed. But the the My Faction character models that were locked behind the game mode, it's pretty much been confirmed that that won't be an issue anymore. The 2K devs have said that they will deliver some news on this. So it's abundantly clear that they are not going to be locked behind that game mode anymore. So having the likes of Alexa Bliss, I think there was a Triple H, there was a Molly Holly. So getting those models and being able to import them into universe mode or into an exhibition match, they're not going to be locked behind a paywall anymore. And so they shouldn't be. It's a way, it seems to be, for WWE 2K to get even more money put into the game. These games aren't cheap, and a lot of people will buy the deluxe or the 40 years of WrestleMania version so they get the most content out of the game. So for them then to lock certain wrestlers behind a paywall, I think is relatively selfish. But you guys comment down below. Am I just being a cheapskate? I don't know. I hope not. I hope you guys all agree with me. But like I have said, this game is going to be the most popular WWE 2 game to come out, with the most realistic graphics, with the biggest updates we have seen in years in terms of all of these brand new matches. But I also think certainly it's the smaller quality of life bonuses that we're all going to pick up on and we are all going to enjoy. But again, I want to thank you all for your support. We have had over 600 subscribers to the channel in the last 3 days. The support has been amazing. Your love on the videos has been fantastic. Before you go anywhere and leave, please make sure you drop a like, because it goes into the YouTube algorithm and it supports us. And get your comments down below. And we want to know, what one feature are you most looking forward to getting your hands on in this WWE 2K24 game? Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Peace out. Love you lots. Bye for now.